Hey, how's it going everyone? It's Warmerster here. So today's episode is gonna be a bit different. This episode is requested by Blitzkrieg, talking about the World Conqueror 3 vanilla version. I do have the vanilla version, but it doesn't have a high level which I can explain to get a good and also cheap general. Basically, this is like a World Conqueror 3 tip and tricks, but I'm using this mod as a reference. However, this mod is only unlimited medals and only a few mission changes, but for general status and other stuff they're still the same. So this is for Blitzkrieg and for other friends who are still playing World Conqueror 3 on your mobile device or on your PC or on your Nox emulator. So let's start off with some good setup. So remember in your mind that World Conqueror 3 doesn't have a language changes, which means that if you download a Chinese version, it's going to be in Chinese. So I have this Chinese version, so it's going to be in Chinese. It doesn't have English. If you download from Google Play, you will have English. And second thing is that World Conqueror 3 doesn't have a backup like World Conqueror 4. In World Conqueror 4, you have a backup if you lose your data, if you have problem with your destroying your data, if you change a new phone, you will get exactly the same file that you have in your game. But if you're playing World Conqueror 3, you need to restart all over again. Okay, so that's the two first thing you need to understand. Number three, remember that always play the same mission all the time. Some missions require a lot of strategy, requires a lot of tactics and maneuvering. So to be able to understand it, you need to play it a few times, like 5 times or 6 times. Don't care about losing, care about the tactics. Yeah, care about it, care the most important thing of the tactics. Yeah, so this is just an example, okay? Don't try to cut me over. It's just an example. And number 4 is make sure that your upgrades are on top. So you can see I try to upgrade as many things as possible. If you are playing in a Axis version, please upgrade your tank and your HP. If you're playing in the Ally version, please upgrade your artillery and also your infantry. And if you're playing in Americans missions or Japan, please try to upgrade your ships and also your air forces. And if you're playing in a challenge, please upgrade your forts and also your HP as well. Because if you're playing in the Axis campaign, which is basically Germany, Italy, and other fascist country, they most likely use a lot of tanks. And having the highest upgrade, regardless of level of where you're at, is always a fundamental and basic thing you should have, which will also help you to achieve the goal faster, better, and yeah, it's easier, right? So get the tanks, and for allies, please get artillery, guns, and for Americans and Japan, please get a upgrades on battleships and air forces and also HP. And if you are doing a challenge, because some challenges are way easier than the others, some are hard. I think there's like 4 challenges, and those 4 challenges, I think, breakthrough, encirclement, supply, economy, and also help your allies. So the easiest one is economy. But it depends on the mission as well. Some mission requires a good general, some mission requires not a really good general. Yeah, just a normal thing. And if you are in the World War II version, please don't try to take nukes or rockets or anything or anti-aircraft. Just get guns, artillery, tanks, fort, ships, HP, and finally the air forces. Those 7 things are the most important if you are in World War II era. And try to play some Conquest, because Conquest has its different levels. And I'm gonna go through it later again too. And if you're in the Cold War version, yes, you can upgrade your nukes, upgrade your Enon cannon, upgrade your rockets. Those are most important, and also upgrade your anti-air equipment. Those are also important because you will know later why I'm saying this. And generals, I will talk about it later, but now let's have a look at the mission. So mission, they have 3 stars. So this is a mod. It's not an actual game. You guys can have a look at it. It's a mod actually. It's Japan invading China. It's a mod. So I will just have a simple explanation. So mods. Sorry, a vanilla game. The first mission is bronze, second is silver, the third is gold. So bronze is easier, gold, silver is medium, and gold is hard. Actually, it's not that hard. It's pretty easy. It's the same thing. It's follow the same thing. It just require a better general, or maybe there's no general required, or it's just only requires a better technology and upgrades in your mission. Those are the three main things. And please try to get some tutorials so that you can get free medals. And it will also cover up the medals as well. And if you guys have a look at these, we have defense, economy, attack, breakthrough, encirclement. I'm already at NATO right now. We also have a supply. Yeah, so we got 5, not 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 upgrades. Sorry, not upgrade. 5 mission challenges, which is pretty good. You should do it as much as you can. Try to make sure that you know what the enemy are trying to do, or sometimes try to play it without using general, right? Try to play it without using general. If you use a lot of general, sometimes you might rely a lot on general, and later on you will lose the game. So try to play first without using general. That is called why it's called a strategy game. So it's a bit different, okay? So another one I want to add up is the HP. So HP, if you compare World Conqueror 3 health point, which is basically HP, to European War 4, HP is a bit different. For European War 4, there's a general tape where you can equip 2 equipment for your generals. It can be a supply, and also you guys can use a medical aid for your general, right? But in World Conqueror 3, no. HP is only +8. That's at only level 8. And if you stay in the city, the HP will grow by itself. That's the most annoying thing. But it's fun. Most people prefer and also played a lot of World Conqueror 3 when it came out. And World Conqueror 3 was the first ever franchise to get a lot of views on EasyTech official YouTube channel. You guys can check it out by yourself. And yeah, and you guys can see here the second tape, which is the headquarter plans. So you can see here, which is you can trade. This is the unlimited medals, actually, because it's a mod. So don't try to trade again with this guy. This guy is a cheapskate, a real motherfucker. Yeah, hopefully YouTube won't demonetize that one. That guy is a cheapskate and a badass. Don't trade with him. He's a badass. He's an asshole. The price doesn't really add up. So trust me, don't trade with him. If you really have a medal, get a general, or maybe you guys can spend your own money to get a wonders, because there are some wonder who give, some wonder which give free medals like this. 6 medal just for like 6 or 5 minutes. 6 medals for 5 minutes. So it's like if you play the whole Conquest game, you can get at least 30 or 100. So which means that the more you have, the better you're gonna be, because those wonders give different things. So you can also look at the HU. This one right here, this one I think the Meiji, the Forbidden City, it's give different stuff. Okay, this one give HP 15. This works in campaign and also in your conquest. So it heal 10 HP, 15, 20, 25, 5, and 10, and also 15 Taj Mahal, Great Wall of China, Colosseum. I don't know this one. This one I think in Scotland. Don't know this one. I think this one belonged to Hitler. Austria. I think this one is Atlantis or maybe Athens, I don't know. The Hanging Garden in Persia, in Iran. Winter Palace, St. Petersburg. I don't know this one, maybe somewhere around Middle East. The Kremlin, space, and all of this space as well. So don't try to get this space, it's useless, okay? But try to get this one, the Enon Cannon. The Enon Cannon is the most useful thing you ever had in World Conqueror 3. And it's a bit different from World Conqueror 4. World Conqueror 4, Eon Cannon will be provided and it's free and it can be used in the Conquest tape. But in World Conqueror 3, you need to build it, you need to upgrade it if you guys want a Eon Cannon. And this one is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's really good. I love it because sometimes you cannot rely a lot on yourself, right? You cannot rely on your general, so Enon Cannon is a good thing. And all of these wonders works best, and I think there are some wonders which give a free medal, so yeah, I think there's more. So this one is Egypt, right? So yeah, Egypt gives free, so I think there's a few more. So it's like this. So let's say Egypt. Where's Egypt? Egypt gives you 10, 20, 30, 20, 10, 40, 55, and 10. I think there's a lot of medals. I get 10 or like 100 medals just for sitting there and waiting for the game. So yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's kind of hard when you try to wait for time to go on, and also it's kind of easy as well. I mean, like you get free medals, but you just need to build and also grind your resources so that you can get to the point where you think like, oh, now it's time. It's time to get these. It's time to get that. It's time to upgrade. And also one more thing, try to send your generals on mission. So there are two types of mission: the yellow one and the red one. The red ones are way easier than the yellow one. The yellow one is a bit hard, but if you get it right, you will reward it. Okay, heavily rewarded. So the red one. So this one, you need to understand this. So this one requires this type of skill, and you can have a look at your general. Which general have this kind of skill? But I will explain it later to the usefulness. And if you guys have a tank, it will add it like 7 points. Let's say I go with Manstein. 7 points. 7 points. Yeah, that's it. So which means that you can only use 2, and you need one which have this kind of a camouflage, which is Nitschmidt. You can see here. So when I deducted Nitschmidt is not there, and Rommel and Munstein can only give 50% of this mission. So which means that 50% relies on tank, 50% relies on camouflage. So camouflage is available in Nitschmidt at level 4. And Donitz also, I think it doesn't have that one. Okay, so only Nitschmidt. So yeah, it gives you around 100%. So that's pretty understandable, right? So let's see another one, which is artillery in Scandinavia. So you get a shelter experts, a tank, and a artillery. Let's see, you go for Manstein and you go for Rommel. It only add up, right? So if you're for another tank, you can only add like 3 or 2%. Let's say you add a artillery general. Let's go for Zhukov. Only a few, right? And if you minus this guy and add the one that has the shelter expert, which Linpei has it, I guess, yes, it go max to 88%, and if you minus that and add artillery, it goes at 88% as well. So remember, this skill is mandatory, but this one is really needed. So try to understand that the ones on the right is better than the one on the left. If you have a bad general, please don't get a hangover yourself. Try to look on the right thing. Try to look on this one, the gold one. So the more, the better. And the other one here at the south. So we got a camouflage and a air force. Let's say I go for Manstein. Manstein only give like 53%, which is a go for Rommel. Only 69%, right? Imagine I go with Nitschmidt. 100%. You see? That's the difference with this one. That's the difference. For Donitz, only 69. Why? Because he has only 2 stars in Air Force, right? So it's kind of, you guys understand, right? If you try to follow up with it, you might get the hang what I'm trying to say. Let's see another one here in the South American. So let's see, you need camouflage, you need a ships, you need a air force. So which means that we basically just need Nitschmidt and Donitz. Let's put Guderian, only 80%. Let's put Manstein, only 24%. That doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that, oh, I already have a good general. Why do I need this naval general? So sometimes you don't really have the amount of medals to get these. So it's best to use cheap generals, and I will explain why in a few seconds. Let's say you go for Nitschmidt's. Oh, you see here, 100% auto. And for this one, which is work the same, you need a higher rank, you need a shelter expert. So click on the general who also have the shelter expert. Linpei, Nitschmidt's. Who's next? This guy doesn't have it. This guy doesn't have it, but he has a rank, right? So just put all your general who has all the highest rank, which is basically the logical thing you ever do. And you can see here, it doesn't matter how many generals you have, because in the end it can only give a few percent. But if you pick the right general with the lowest skill but have those skills, it will beneficial. You see here. So now the final thing, So final thing that people wanted to know is general. Which general, who should we pick? So let's go to the Germans academy. So Germany, they are regarded as one of the greatest generals headquarters in the world, which have so many different generals. So let's see Paulus. Paulus is cost 290. He got a retaliations and also an infantry leader. This guy cost only 300, but he got blitzkriegs and a tank. That's a good one. It's cheap. It doesn't have anything, but it have a 3 silver stars of tank and a level 2 panzer leader and a level 2 blitzkrieg. That's already good for only 300 medals. Imagine, because when you start the game, you got like 500 medals for free, and if you finish the first missions of Soviet Union and Axis Germany, you get around like 600, which you can buy twice of these guys. And these guys, look at him, cost 410 medals, has an infantry 2 star, 1 stars on tank, also have fortifications, which help rebuild the city, and also level 4s of blitzkriegs, which also help to attack the enemy without getting a retaliation. So only a 410. Yeah, so sometimes this small general, which is costless, has a better effect than all of these generals. But sometimes remember that when you are fighting a huge scale war, getting a good general is always better. Let's see for this guy. Only level 1 with level 2, but he has these stars. This level right here. For me, is it a good choice? Not really. The most important thing is this skill. This status aren't really matter at all. And for this guy, level 1 blitzkrieg, level 1 plane fighting, but look all of his skill. He's mixed up with tanks, infantry and artillery, and also air force, which is not really good. It's a mix up, which means that it doesn't make sense. It costs 520. Way more expensive than these guys who only cost 300 medals. You guys get the point, right? And for this one, Panzer Leader, Tide of Iron, 570, also level 3s, tanks, level 2 artillery, and level 2 on mobility. So it's good. Picking this guy and this guy is the right choice. But if you pick this guy, which one? No. The other one. Yeah, this bastard. Damn. Bad choice ever made in your whole life. Trust me. So picking these two would be beneficial. I don't know his name, but you guys can check his name in English. And this one, this guy too. Level 2 infantry, level 2 panzer, level 2 artillery, level 1 blitzkrieg, level 2 recovery, and also level 3 defensive. Is he a good choice? Not really. If you're rich, you can buy him. If you don't really have a lot of metal, please don't buy him. He's only good at defensive, being defensive. If it's for aggressiveness, it's a no for me. Yeah. And for these guys, level 2 artillery, level 2 defensive, level 1 fortification, level 3 stars on artillery ability, level 2. Is this a good price for 860? No. That's really expensive. You don't really need this kind of skill here. Okay. These guys, a 950 with a, I think it's called explosive skill, artillery barrage, and artillery leaders, 4 star. 1 stars on mobility. Is this a good choice? Yes, get this guy. Way easier. It's cheap, it's useful, and really effective. For this guy, level 1 on tank, level 1 on artillery, level 1 on a air force, level 2 on a bayonet charge, level 2 on a defensive, level 2 on a mountain, level 4 on infantry. Is a good choice? No. 950 too expensive. This guy, level 3 on infantry leader, level 3 on retaliation, level 4 on a explosive, cost 1020. Is it worth it? No. Why the freak do we need a air force when we got an infantry skill? Useless, okay? This guy, level 2 blitzkrieg, level 1 tide of iron, level 1 explosive, cost 1040, got level 4 of panzer skill, a panzer ability, level 3 on a mobility. Is it worth it? Yes, take this guy. It's way better. This guy compared to these two guys, it has a different measurement. So if you have like 2000 metal and you want to get 3 general, for instance, get this guy, and this guy right here. And for raider, level 3 on naval ability, level 2 on wolf pack, level 2 on sailor, And all of these trades, is it worth it for 1070? Yes, get him. For Bach, is a bit different. Bach got 4 skill. Bach got level 3 Panzer, level 3 Blitzkrieg, level 2 Recovery, level 2 Urban Defensive. Cost 1790. Is it worth it? No. Just because he got 4 skill doesn't mean he's worth it for almost 2000 metal. Keep that in your mind, okay? Let's see Broswich. For Broswich, I think it costs around 2000 as well. He got a explosive tank, level 2 on mountains, and Tide of Iron Artillery Reader. That's pretty good. Get these guys. For lead, also the same. Cost around 2000. Got level 3. Got level 5 abilities on artillery. Got level 1. Is it good? Yes. Kessering. Why didn't I get him? First of all, look at his skill. It's all mixed up. He has no actual skill like Goering. Have a look at Goering. Goering, even though he doesn't have any skills, but he have these things which really useful if you're playing in a conquest. It helps provide more money, it helps provide more health, it helps provide more engineering and oil. He also got a level 1 bayonet charge, which means that if you are defending a city, it's also good. Why didn't I get him? Because he's not useful in my own scenarios. Model costs around 3000, but look at all of his skill. He got 5 skill, useless. That's not good. That's not good. Even though he got 4 star, 3 star, bayonet charge, defensive, recovery, shelter, and urban, that's not a good thing. Let's see Donnet. Donnet got 5 star mix. I think his cost around 3000, and all of these skills are useful. Rommel, he got what? Panzer Leader, Tide of Iron, Ace Force, Explosive, and a desert fighting. Pretty good. For Guderian is a must-have general. Even though he costs a lot, but a must-have. For Manstein, all the same thing as well. So I hope you guys get these ideas of picking a general. Let's go to the Moscow headquarters. For Budyani, 180 for that? No. This guy? No. Kozetznov? Yes. For 200 medals only for a naval. Yes, pretty good. For this guy, no. I think his name is Shapinchukov, something like that. And this guy, 410. No, not good. For Cho, 470. No. This guy, also no. This guy, also no. This guy is a yes. I think his name is Voronov, right? Voronov. Yeah. So he got level 2 artillery, level 2 on tanks explosive, level 1 and camouflage, and level 1 on mobility, level 3 on artillery. Those are the main important thing. Cost only 800. If you finish 2 missions, you will get Voronov. And this guy here, not worth it. Don't get him. Trust me. Get this guy is better. This guy has a more attacking sets. And Malinovsky, for 1k, 4 level 4, level 2 bayonet charge, recovery, and also for level 2 guerrilla warfare. Is this a good choice to have him? Yes. Also a good choice to have him. Okay, so I guess that's enough for this. I don't want to explain it a lot. I know people might get bored by looking at these. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode of World Conqueror 3 tips and tricks. It's been a while. This game released in 2013. I'm just doing a tip and trick in 2018, which doesn't really add up. But it's for the fan, it's for Blitzkrieg. He requested this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and good thing is that my internet is back, so which means I can upload it right now. See you guys next time and have a nice day.